Word for word meaning. Satya, true. This, hetu, reason. Kintu, but. Eho, this. Bahir anga, external. Ara, another. Eka, one. Hetu, reason. Shuna, please hear. Ache is antaranga, internal. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada K. Although this is true, this is but the external reason for the Lord's incarnation. Please hear one other reason, the confidential reason for the Lord's appearance. Everybody please repeat. Although this is true, but this is but the external reason for the Lord's incarnation. Please hear one other reason, the confidential reason for the Lord's appearance. Purport. In the 3rd chapter, 4th verse, it has been clearly said that Lord Chaitanya appeared in order to distribute love of Krishna and the chanting of his transcendental holy name. Hare Krishna. That was the secondary purpose of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. The real reason is different, as we shall see in this chapter. Sacha ehetu kintu ehu bahiranga ara eka hetu shuna ache antaranga. So this is just the preliminary verses which will lead us to see and understand the main reasons, confidential reasons, for the Lord's appearance. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago. Just recent, 500 years ago. It's almost about the same time when America was discovered. And this is the medieval age. Everywhere, all over the world, many significant events happening, especially in Nadia, in Navadvip, where the Lord appeared to not just to propagate the holy name of the Lord, as mentioned here, or to distribute love of Krishna. But there are many confidential reasons, namely 3 of them. It is explained here in the introduction for this chapter that the first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, whom we are going to celebrate her appearance day on the 11th of this month. So we're just giving some introduction of Srimati Radharani, because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu It's none other than Krishna himself, but he came in the mood of a devotee. Not just as a devotee, but the topmost devotee, the eternal consort of the Supreme Lord, the female consort of Lord Krishna. As you may say, the male god is Krishna and female goddess is Srimati Radharani. Without Radharani, there is no Krishna. And the same thing, without Krishna, there is no Radharani. Even Raghunath Das Goswami says, I will not go to the place, even if Krishna is there, but if Radharani is not there, I will not go. This is the position of Srimati Radharani. She is the topmost devotee, she who pleases Krishna the most, to the highest degree, that she even controls Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate controller of everyone. Isvara, Param Isvara. He is the supreme controller. Isvara means controller or proprietor. But only Srimati Radharani can say, my Krishna. Usually we hear, oh my God. Then that's not your God. Only. Actually, we are proprietor of Lord Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate proprietor. But Srimati Radharani's love is so great that she's the only one who can say, my Krishna. Of course, some devotees also may say, oh my Krishna, instead of saying, oh my God. That is all right. But ultimately, Srimati Radharani. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 500 years ago to illustrate us how to become a devotee. To be a devotee is not easy, even though that is our natural tendency, that we are all devotees of Lord Krishna. But because of our conditioning, it is very difficult to revive that original state of being a devotee. Bhagavan is very rare. Lord Krishna would come once in one day of Lord Brahma. Same with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So to have darshan of the Lord is very rare. Fortunate are those who were here 5,000 years ago. They had darshan of Lord Krishna, but not everyone realized and understood that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Same, 500 years ago, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, not everyone understood and realized, even having darshan and being attracted by the beauty of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which is his most powerful weapon. Most powerful weapon of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is his beauty. Everyone is captivated by his beauty. So, very rare. Every once in one day of Lord Brahma, 4.3 billion years. That's only 12 hours actually. 24 hours means 8.6 billion years. We don't have any idea of how much is 1 billion. Even right nowadays, to be a billionaire, to be part of the billionaire club is very rare, not very many. So, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to distribute love of God and to spread the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. But according to this is secondary. And this love of God is Braja Prem. One can attain love of God also by worshipping Lord Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan. It's like if you go to South India, there are many followers of Lakshmi Narayan. Or Lord Nrsimhadev, other incarnations of the Supreme Lord. But to be a devotee is very rare. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhये. Out of many thousands who wish to attain liberation. Now, liberation cannot be awarded by the demigods. Only the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna, or Lord Vishnu, or his incarnations can give liberation. The demigods, no. Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, Ganesh, Lakshmi, Saraswati, they cannot give liberation. They can award material boon or boons, but not moksha. Only Lord Krishna and his expansions, the Vishnu Tattva. So, yes, it says here, the first purpose was to relish the position of Srimati Radharani, who is the prime reciprocator of transcendental love of Sri Krishna. Lord Krishna is a reservoir of transcendental loving, transcendental transactions with Srimati Radharani. Krishna is all-knowing. He knows everything, but still he has to come because it is not his deficiency to not able to understand what is the love that Radharani is experiencing about me. Krishna is not experiencing this because of these two personalities. Radharani is experiencing love towards Krishna. What is this love? Krishna is not knowing. So Krishna has to come in the form of a devotee, Srimati Radharani, Gauranga, golden complexion, molten gold, compared to Srimati Radharani. He didn't come as Krishna's color, like a monsoon cloud, like right now in Vrindavan. It seems to be going to rain, or more dark than this, the monsoon cloud, or the color of the tamal tree in the courtyard, or the peacock's heads, or peacock's neck, bluish black in color. The subject of those loving transactions is the Lord Himself, and Radharani is the object. Thus, the subject, the Lord, wanted to relish the loving mellow in the position of the object, Radharani. So, in the competition, there is a competition of beauty also between the gopis and Krishna. And Krishna means all attractive. But how is it that he is attracted to Radharani? Krishna means all attractive, but at the same time, Radharani is more attractive than Krishna because Radharani captured Krishna's attention. So Radharani's position is extraordinary, cannot be comprehended by our minuscule mind. Our tiny brains is not able to comprehend that. We just have to rely on the statements from Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's magnificent book, Chaitanya Charitamrita, coming from the notes of Sarup Damodar, most confidential associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. The second reason for his appearance was to understand the transcendental mellow of himself. Lord Krishna is all sweetness. Radharani's attraction for Krishna is sublime, and to experience that attraction and understand the transcendental sweetness of himself, he accepted the mentality of Radharani. So again, Lord Krishna came not as Bhagavan. Lord Krishna came as a bhakta to understand that mood of the highest, topmost devotee, Srimati Radharani. What is this? He cannot understand. So he has to come for that reason. The love, the love between Radha and Krishna, we should not misunderstood this to be the same mundane love between a boy and a girl. When we say in the mundane world, I love you, that means I want something from you. Okay, I will give you something that you want, but you should also give me what I want. Huh? And the transcendental platform, love means I'll give you everything, whatever you like. And as you like, if you desire, you can also give me a little bit of happiness. But still not really expecting anything. I was asked yesterday, we went to a program in Radhedham. After the program, after the kirtan, Krishna Kumar Prabhu wanted me to do more kirtan, so I asked for questions. Some devotees asked questions about how to chant better. Which one is better, service or chanting? So we cannot continue serving if we don't chant. And Mataji says, but I don't have time. I'm doing so much service, I don't have time for chanting. What to do, Maharaj? So as Prabhupada says, you have to cut your eating and your sleeping. Then you can chant and read. And then at the end of the program, I was about to leave. There is this one Mataji, she asked a question, what do you mean by bhakti? So bhakti means using our senses to please Krishna. Love means I am ready to do anything and everything. I will sacrifice everything for your own pleasure, to please you. So this is the mood of this sadhaka. That means us, generally speaking. The sadhakas, up to the highest, topmost platform of bhakti, they all want to please Krishna. Sadhakas means practitioners. We are just beginners. Or maybe some of us are not even beginners, about to begin. It's like before you go to grade 1, you have to go to pre-kindergarten, then kindergarten, then grade 1. Then you'll accept it. That is official. So in bhakti also, we should not remain in neophyte platform. We have to grow up. Some of us must be chanting or may have been chanting for 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, 1 year, or few months. The whole process is to please Lord Krishna. It doesn't matter whether we are in the beginning stage or even about to begin our practice of bhakti. Bhakti means using our senses. Sense of sight, taste, smell, hearing, touching, and also the thoughts of the mind to please Krishna. If we don't know how to please Krishna, then we need a guru, we need a spiritual master who can tell us, who will be able to engage us in some service which will be able to specially offer to Lord Krishna. And no one can go in between your service and Krishna. Between you and Krishna, your service, no one can get in. Because that is your direct relationship with Krishna. Now we have to find our purpose in Krishna consciousness. Why am I here? What is my purpose here? What am I doing? What am I doing? If we're not able to understand or find that, then we better ask higher grade bhakta to show us how to develop love for Krishna. Because love cannot be commanded. You must love me. No, it's not. No, no. Love comes naturally. Hmm. And only the representatives of Sukadev Goswami himself, he mentions what is love between the inhabitants of Vrindavan and Lord Krishna in the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. The representatives of Lord, that means the spiritual master, and specifically Sukadev Goswami and the inhabitants of Sukatala. Sukatala, that means the abode of Sukadev Goswami. They're all liberated souls. They can describe the nature of the Supreme Absolute Truth and how we can develop love for Krishna. It's not an easy thing to develop love for Krishna. We have to see everyone in equal vision. We have to appreciate everyone's seva. It's easy to judge, isn't it? But we should not be judgmental. We don't know what is their relationship with Krishna. Each and everyone's relationship with Krishna. Whether they're beginners or in the highest caliber of bhakti. So we must be very careful. So prema, see the whole topic now of this chapter 4 is about love, prema. And it'll be described later on. There's a big difference between prema and kama. Love and lust. That is mistaken in the material platform, that love is not genuine love. As Prabhupada says, the easiest way, the most practical way of how we can see love, even though we don't have any idea right now what is love, only when one comes after liberation, then we can develop that love. We can develop that genuine bhakti. Is that love of the mother towards the child. That is the closest resemblance of love. For those of you grihastas, you can relate to this example of Srila Prabhupada. And we can also, the brahmacharis and sannyasis, because we have mothers also. The mother will do anything and everything towards the child. Even the food that she's going to eat, if she sees that the child is still hungry, she will give that. In other forms of animals also you can see this, but not in the monkeys. Have you seen the monkey eating? And the baby is hungry? No. The mother monkey will keep on eating, but he will not share, or she will not share the food to the baby. Have you seen that in Vrindavan? Yeah. So where is the love there? I think that is really bad, isn't it? But you can see the dogs, you can see the kittens waiting, or the birds. Mother bird will come with the food and give to the child, to the offsprings. So love is not very easy to understand, but here we will find later on, as we go along in this chapter, love is compared to metal called gold. Gold. And the lust, or the intensity of wanting to enjoy the sense objects with the senses for sense enjoyment, sense gratification, is what you call lust. It's compared to iron. Both are metals. But the other one is more precious than the other. We know that gold is more precious. That even in India, we are the highest consumer of gold in the world, especially in times of what's that? Diwali. Yeah, huh? Supposed to buy gold, that you'll be having good fortune for the whole year. So, prema is not present in this material world. And love can only be applied between the devotee and his beloved, the Supreme Lord. So this is one of the reason of how or why Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. Confidential, one of the most important things that we have to learn in this chapter. It says the third reason that Lord Chaitanya appeared was to enjoy the bliss tasted by Radharani. So when the gopis, they will dress themselves very beautiful. They will decorate themselves attractively. It's to please Krishna. So that when Krishna sees the beauty of the gopis, especially Radharani, then his beauty increases. And then when his beauty increases, the gopis' beauty, seeing Krishna's beauty increased, then also correlatively, the gopis' beauty increases more. So this is what I call transcendental competition, going back and forth, back and forth. The happiness increases when Krishna sees the beauty of the gopis. Krishna's bliss increases when the happiness of the gopis increases. But in this competition, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that the gopis' beauty and bliss is much more than Krishna. Again, that is not deficient, that is not a defect on Krishna, because he wants to please his devotees. Krishna becomes obliged of even a little bit of service that his devotee will render without any ulterior motive, without any personal agenda. One can be busy doing service, but what is your motive? It's like I know somebody who is very busy. Everyone sees that, oh, he is surrendered 100%. He's doing service all day long. But then he doesn't follow the authorities. He's not following their instructions. If the authorities tells him something, no, I do it my way. You cannot tell me what to do. I know what to do. So is that accepted by Lord Krishna or not? Huh? That's right. That is more important. That is more important. Especially if a devotee lives in the temple. That means he's in the ashram. Now, even if you are staying outside and you're doing service for the pleasure of Radheshyam, Krishna Balaram, still you have to follow the advice or the instructions coming from the authorities. And if you don't, then whatever you're doing doesn't count. Remember what Krishna says? He who says he's my devotee, he is not my devotee. But he who says that he is a devotee of my devotee, he is my devotee. We should keep this in mind all the time. We cannot be fully independent in Krishna consciousness. I am not independent myself. I have to ask permission whenever I have to go and preach outside. I have to inform. So you may say, oh, I'm a grihasta. Okay, my guru is very far away. I cannot reach him all the time. So I can do whatever I like. That's not gonna work. We have to be always dependent. There is never a time that we can be fully independent. We always have to depend on our spiritual master, or those who are more advanced than we are, or those who are authorities. Then in this way we'll be safe. There's always like a safeguard, a lifeguard. It's like when you go swimming, there's a lifeguard. They will tell you, oh, don't go there. That's too deep. No, I know how to swim. I will go. Who are you to tell me? And you'll be warned. So in spiritual life, we need to have always someone whom we can confer to, who can tell us. Because ultimately, those devotees, they're also always looking after your welfare. The desire to develop love for Krishna will develop if we understand the mood of Srila Prabhupada. Understanding the mood of Srila Prabhupada means reading his books and following his instructions, or following in the footsteps of those who are surrendered unto Srila Prabhupada. Otherwise, we will see things only according to our perspective. And because we are still impure, we have not developed pure love of God. Or even those who have attained love of God, they also confer with each other. They share things amongst each other. For example, the 6 Goswamis, they will do their own bhajans, they will do their own worship of the Lord, but they also get together. Talk about Krishna. This is the most ideal example. They are in the topmost level of bhakti. Actually, they are all eternal associates of the Supreme Lord. They are manjaris. But again, they're playing the role of sadhakas to teach us example, performing austerities. Do they have to perform austerities? No. They're pure, like Srila Prabhupada. Do they have to get up early in the morning? Practically, no. But to show us example. Do they have to chant their rounds? Not really. But that is the topmost level. They chant their rounds with love and devotion, with feelings. For us, we are all struggling, practically all of us, even to finish our rounds. And it's not in our priority. So how can we develop love for Krishna? We have other priorities except Krishna. But we know Krishna, we have to develop love. But we have other priorities. So how is that going to happen? Will it manifest? Maybe someday, in million lifetimes. But Prabhupada says, now, in this lifetime. So if you can understand this, this is very, very important. 162. Let me just read this example of love. The love of the gopis is called Rudra Bhava. It is pure and spotless. It is not at any time lust. Purport. As already explained, the position of the gopis in their loving dealings with Krishna is transcendental. Their emotion is called Rudra Bhava. Although it is apparently like mundane sex, one should not confuse it with mundane sexual love, for it is pure and unadulterated love of Godhead. Next text, 163. The pure love of gopis has become celebrated by the name lust. The dear devotees of the Lord, headed by Sri Uddhava, desire to taste that love. Lust and love have different characteristics, just as iron and gold have different natures. The desire to gratify one's own senses is kama, lust. But the desire to please the senses of Lord Krishna is prema, love. Ultimately, this lust is not just attraction towards the opposite sex. It is more of maintaining one's position and prestige. It's like Mayavadis. They can give up the attraction towards women and wealth, but they cannot give up their position. It's very difficult. False ego, which is the thickest of them all. No one wants to give up their position, even though they're already old. In the mundane platform, it is like that. We can see that in the politicians. Or we can see that in some very, very popular person, let's say in cinema. They will like to maintain their beauty. They'll have so many plastic surgeries done to their faces to maintain their beauty. But then there'll be a mishap that their beauty became so distorted because of injecting so many things. Then the whole face becomes so bad. If we're always going to be thinking in that way, then we will not be able to attain love of God. Attaining love of God is simple at the same time. We have to be humble, we have to be obedient, and always be respectful. So in this way, the door for going back to Godhead is wide open. And we'll be able to understand the subject matter very easily. I'll stop here now. My time is up, almost 9 o'clock. Any question or comment? I was gonna go on, but a few more verses is very nice. So we're just starting. This is like preamble for Srimati Radharani's appearance day, which we're going to celebrate 11th of September. Any comments or points? Yes. Sing any time, Prabhu?
Rreasons. Notice how we can keep cooperating.
How can we keep
Cooperating, loving relationship with devotees.
Yeah, we have to understand this unity in diversity. We grew up in different environment, different culture. You are all fortunate. 99% here are from India, so you know the culture of India, having this. But if we put Krishna as the center, Prabhupada as the center, it's like when I was temple president in Toronto, I was thinking how to make decision. So I would always think, what would Prabhupada do in such a situation? So if we all have the same common goal, the The center is Krishna. Prabhupada gave an example. Each and every one of us has a stone, piece of stone. So if I tell everyone, let's say I'm the president, and I tell everyone, okay, throw all of your stone, whatever you have, to the target. Everyone throw, everyone shoot. And then there'll be a ripple. The ripple effect will be like so nice, right? Then if I said, okay, you can just throw wherever you like, whatever you wish, what will happen to the ripples? It'll be distorted. So because our movement is still thriving because of Srila Prabhupada being the center, we always have to think like that. What can I contribute to please Prabhupada? Not for my own benefit. And if our goal is like that, then all of us will agree. And it doesn't matter who can give the best solution. You may be a junior devotee, but if you have a better solution to the issue, I will take it. It's not because, oh, yeah, you're just example. Oh, yes, you're a Prabhupada disciple. Yes, you are a sannyasi. What is your idea? But the junior has a better idea. I will take the junior's idea, which harmonize everything. Everyone is shanti, everyone is peaceful. They cannot argue with that if he has a better solution. So we should see like that. It is not only the juniors respect the seniors. The seniors also should respect the juniors. Then there'll be peace and harmony. We think that, oh, only the juniors, Hare Krishna, to the seniors. No. The seniors also should say Hare Krishna to the juniors, even if they don't say Hare Krishna. It's like when I see the security guard, I told two of them on the way out, Happy Janmashtami. They had smile. They were so happy, Maharaj, telling me, Happy Janmashtami. And they're security guards. I don't see them as security guards. I see them as also bhakta in a sense. They were so happy. You cannot imagine their happiness. They look at each other. They're smiling. They're like, oh. Yeah? It should be like that. That should be our mood. The workers, you see them, Hare Krishna. Don't ignore them. Without them, of course, we're giving them salary, but still they're helping us to maintain the temple's cleanliness. Anything else? Yes. Garbajan next. He raises hands first. You're 1 second behind.
Hare Krishna, my question is like, as Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. And why is it that I am unable to feel that happiness when I chant Hare Krishna?
Well, yes. Ultimately, you will be happy. Not now. Just now coming. Especially if you chant without any offenses. I was asked one boy, I was on the way up, Maharaj, I'm seeing the Lord every day. I'm chanting. I'm associating with devotees. I'm still not happy. Why? Then I point out my feedback. Everything is inside. But you have to chant purely. Purely. That's our goal. To chant purely, without any offenses. Then we'll reach that platform of happiness. It's beyond happiness, bliss. Yeah. And we'll see things clear. The picture we see things the way how Prabhupada, again, the way we read Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, we'll be able to apply. Everything is in the chanting. Everything. In Kali Yuga, everything is there. But you have to read Prabhupada's books also. You'll appreciate more Prabhupada's books when you read. When you chant, you appreciate Prabhupada's books. When you read Prabhupada's books, then you're chanting, your eagerness, your enthusiasm. Some they like kirtan, but they don't chant. That doesn't work also. You have to do both. I know some devotees, they like kirtan, yes, yes, yes. But they're lazy. They don't come for the morning program, they don't chant their rounds. So their kirtan is not effective. It's shallow or hollow or vacuum or it's like a balloon that if you pierce any moment, it'll disappear. Karbajan Prabhu, last question. Others may go. They have some other seva. Harbo. He came as a devotee, yes.
So he came us to give this Krishna prema.
Yes, Braja Prem.
Krishna prema of Krishna.
Krishna Prem.
So we have to accept God as a devotee or we have to accept him as a Lord.
In the beginning, it's like we worship Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It depends on your mood also. Like Govardhan, Shiva, Haridas Shabarya. He is the topmost devotee. So we worship him as topmost devotee because we don't have full realization that he is Krishna, the Supreme Lord. So in the beginning, worship Lord Chaitanya as a devotee, and then if you worship also Lord Chaitanya as a Supreme Lord, that is also fine. How do you worship Lord Chaitanya? In the temple, how do we worship Gaur-Nitai? As God. Yeah? As God, with awe and reverence. Okay? But when you become mature, you worship the Lord according to your vow, according to your devotion. I thought that is the last one. You have another question? Okay, one last question. No more after this.
Rreasons, Maharaj. Thank you for the wonderful class. Maharaj, my question is that how can we achieve bhakti when we treat others as inferiors to us and ourselves as superiors to others?
Then you will never achieve bhakti. How? You will never. No. Okay. You will only achieve bhakti when you see everyone in equal vision. When you see yourself lower than a straw in the street, more tolerant than a tree, and be always ready to offer respect to others and not expecting any respect for yourself. Then you'll achieve bhakti because you'll be able to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
Maharaj, most of the time we see that people are treated as inferiors, thinking oneself to be superior.
So,
And so, is there a possibility that he's gonna achieve bhakti?
again, no.
Thank you.
Srila Prabhupada ke, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ke, Jai Go Shitana Pramanande. Hari Om, Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.